Hey, soul fam, AmeliaAdair here. I hope you're feeling well and doing well. I'm feeling well, I'm doing well. Hey, and as you know today, we got a great topic per usual. Day 29. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. We welcome you. On this channel, we heal, we elevate, we grow, and we work on being better versions of ourselves than we was yesterday. All right, so fam, hiking hill, day 29. For real, we got a great topic. All right. If you already read the description, you already know we're gonna get into some things. Okay, so fam, ooh, it's beautiful out. We up early. All right, so it's not so hot, but it's hot. You see that sun? Ooh. I'll be looking where I be going because it be type rocky. Let me just show you real quick what's going on. Hey. Oh, it's so peaceful. And trust me, so fam, I'll be pushing to get up as early as possible. Okay, so push. You got to push. You got to push. All right, let's get serious. Let's speak about some things that most people probably don't want to hear because it's a sour truth, so fam. But we're gonna talk about the number one things that really stop people from, I don't want to say making it, because, but you know what I mean, really succeeding on an exceptional level, what really keeps people from going from level 1 to level 2 or level 10 to level 20. You get what I'm saying? And this happens very often, and there's a lot of people with great potential that don't make it to where they can make it because of the things we're going to talk about in this video. All right, so fam, and as you know, so fam, we have been hiking and healing. All right, so for those that don't even know what they're healing from, where we trying to go with this, listen, so fam, healing, being a better version, so fam, not being so negative with yourself, not being so down and hard on yourself, and also creating realistic expectations and goals for yourself. All right, so fam, because when you're not healed, it's easy to kind of create a reality, right, and push towards that goal. Morning. And it may seem like you're never gonna get to where you got to get, and that's because, so fam, when you're not healed within yourself, you kind of block off that higher level of potential, because that's when your mind start playing tricks on you. That's when your old pain start popping up and you start blocking your blessings because you're used to people hurting you. And when you operate from that space, you never really strongly connect with people that can help you because you think someone is out to get you, or you aren't accustomed to building healthy relationships. Okay, everyone that came on your path slowed you down. So when you start moving in a different space, it's more of a challenge because you have to trust your intuition 100% more. You have to trust people. You have to take bigger risks. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable rooms. You got to show up every day. You have to show up every day with a positive mindset. You have to be hiking, working out, okay? And having conversations, having uncomfortable conversations and vulnerable conversations with people, okay? If you have a coaches, with strangers, if you're in the room with strangers, and just being that true self, okay? Not trying to be liked. And these are just little pointers. This ain't even the fruit. This isn't even the core of what we're gonna get into today, so fam. We just warming up. All right. So understand, so fam, that the purpose the 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 bigger purpose of our hike and heal as we're coming to a closing. You know, even if you do 60 days, you watch the 30 days twice, because a lot of times you miss information when you just listening and listening. So it's always good to read a book twice, watch a show twice, do it twice so you don't miss no amazing points. So, you know, when you're hiking and healing, you're really challenging yourself to push out of those tight spaces, those closed spaces, those broken spaces. Let's say that, okay? And so it's not an overnight process. When you see someone have some overnight success, just know there was some overnight help. Because when you're working on yourself and you're working to succeed and you building yourself up, lessons have to be learned. And in order for lessons to be learned, time has to pass. In order for time to pass, relationships have to have some time. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta do stuff. You ain't even do nothing. You ain't no Billy for 3 days, you know? And so it'll start to come together once we really get into today's topic. And you'll start to be like, hey, whew. Having that power and that motive to keep moving, even when you out of breath, okay? Even when you got a little sweaty, even when you tripped a little bit, keep going. Don't stop moving. Hey. So let's get into today's topic. Look at this great view. The sun feels amazing. Ooh. Love yourself, so fam, more importantly. And let's get it. So, one of the main reasons why people don't, let me get the words right. Hold on. I'm gonna let them pass real quick. Perfect timing. Morning. Whew, okay. Whew, baby. Whew. Let's get it, so fam. Hey. All right. Whew. Push myself. Okay. So one of the main reasons why people don't succeed and go to that next level is because the people that they have around them don't want to be in the trenches with them. Okay? So what that means is when people hear a goal and people hear a dream, they're excited by the result, right? They're excited about having that income. They're excited about showing up in these rooms, showing up to these events, right? But they don't want to do the footwork to get there. All right, so fam, they want to, morning. Cute dog. Can I get her?
Yeah, him.
Hey, cutie. Look at him. Hey, look at him posing. He's like, thanks.
I'm a scaredy cat
Aww,
though.
have a great hike, darling. He was so little and cute, so fam. All right, let's resume. Most people, so fam, don't want to do the work to get to that point. They just want to show up when you at that point, right? So say there's red carpet events at your goal, you know, say there's celebrities at your goals, there's VIP parties at your goals, right? Before you sit up in those rooms with those people, so fam, there's a lot of footwork that got to be done, right? There's a lot of no's that's going to be heard. There's a lot of trial and error that come into play. And what happens is when that person that's, you know, the center, we'll say that, like the one that has the gift that's going to move the people around don't understand or don't comprehend, okay, it's going to take time for this gift to reach a certain amount of audience. Okay, it's going to take time for, say, let's just use artists for an example. We have a lot of artists here. It's gonna take time for that song to hit #1 on the radio. Let's just say it like that, okay? Before that song hit #1 on the radio, this artist is gonna be at open mics. This artist is gonna be doing little shows. This artist is gonna get denied for shows, okay? This artist probably gotta lose about 10 pounds, okay? This artist probably need one more coaching lesson on the vocals, okay? This artist isn't, let's say, Michael Jackson yet, because you can't go wrong with Michael Jackson, okay? So what happens is, because this person isn't getting that shine from people yet, no one wants to vouch in, okay? No one wants to show up. No one wants to support. No one wants to really hold them up and help them long term. Everybody just looking for, oh, you know, you got numbers, you know such and such, who you know. Oh, hook me up, hook me up. Everybody want the hookup, all right? Everybody want to be there for the end result, but nobody want to hike up the mountain with you. When you get to the top, oh, it's big. You could kind of like put your hair down. You could kind of feel the breeze, get in the shade, right? But nobody want to walk in that sun, right? And if they do want to walk in the sun, they want to complain every step. They want to cry about this. They want to throw tantrums because it's not a breeze at 1:01 p.m. to cool them down after walking up. You get what I'm saying? It's like you're being unrealistic, you know? And so oftentimes, fam, people don't really get where they gotta go because this circle, it's hard to build a strong circle, okay? It's hard to rely on people to show up for you. It's hard to find people that's gonna just do it without getting so egotistical, getting so upset, getting so jealous, you know? And so when you're not healed, this is what's really important. So fam, when you're not healed, you make poor choices. You cut someone off too soon. You don't show up to a seat that could have brought you 10 steps ahead in record time, okay? So oftentimes, so fam, people don't want to do the footwork. People are just waiting for a result, okay? Like, if you, let's just keep using artists. If you're an artist, they're like, oh, well, let me see how many fans you got, okay? Let me see fans show up to this. Let me see fans. I've been a public artist for 2 years. People expect 2 years you supposed to be, again, Michael Jackson. We're gonna just use Michael as that end result. People expect you to show up as Michael Jackson on day one, forgetting Michael was in Jackson 5, okay? Michael was in Jackson 5. Where's your Jackson 5? Okay? People overlook the value of Jackson 5. Michael would never be Michael without Jackson 5. Because Jackson 5 gave him that exposure. Jackson 5 gave him that practice. Jackson 5 gave him all the tools and equips he needed to stand with that confidence to be Michael. Okay? And when you look at many other celebrities, you'll see, you know, I'm not going to say Beyonce because that's a little shaky, you know. So understand, so fam, that person that you may know that's trying their best and showing up and doing what they can, they value your support. If they're asking for you to show up, don't think that they don't need you or want you. Don't get in your head and think, well, I could do it too, okay? Or just be negative. That's the best way to put it, is negative. It's because you're not giving a better positive insight on how your help can really bring everyone together. All right. It's so much that I'm just like, whew, whew. All right, so fam, so understand that there's work that's needed to be done. Oftentimes, people are doing the work that's needed to be noticed instead of noticing the work that they need to do to be better at what they do. Let's break that down. Because I know you probably like, hey. All right, people are doing work to be noticed. People are just trying to be viral. They think that if I go viral and I get a certain amount of views, I'm going to be noticed by someone that's going to offer me a deal, right? So what does that look like? Posting, content, just putting out content, getting views, going live, trying to build up that fan base to be noticed so that someone could write you a check, right? That is what most people are doing. Morning. Most people are doing the work that's needed to be noticed, right? Instead of doing the work that's needed to bring you to that level, and you don't need no one to give you a handout, okay? So it may take a little bit longer, right? Meaning you might have to toggle 2 jobs for a little while, right? You might need to have a roommate for a little bit longer. You may need to, you know what I'm saying? Do a little bit more. Do a little bit more of sacrificing in order for you to continue to master your craft, okay? So say you have to invest in a vocal coach, because someone that gives you a check, right? Someone that offers you a seat at the table, they're investing in you to better yourself, okay? So if you need a vocal coach, if you need a new wardrobe, okay? If you need new equipment, if you need, you know, if you need to sign up for such and such and be a part of this membership. So that's what that money is used for. You can do that on your own if you sacrifice, okay, maybe I have to drive an older vehicle, right? Some people don't want to drive an older vehicle. Like, I'm not driving around in that. They don't want to sacrifice driving around an older vehicle. Instead, they rather just buy a vehicle they can't afford and flaunt, you know, like show like, look, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that, instead of using that money in a different way. Okay, so fam, so what you'll see is people will be selling themselves short because they so busy chasing someone else's seat instead of building their own seats, taking their time building their own people. Okay, you need someone to learn how to do your books. Bring someone around you. This is where the people have to be willing to put in that footwork and learn how to do this so that you could be a part of the 5, you know, so you could be a part of the team, so we could build our team. And most people don't understand this. Okay. Most people are doing the work for a shortcut, in smaller words. All right, because it's easy for someone to notice you, invest in you, and then give them their blueprint, right? Instead of taking your time, building your strength, building your circle, building your patience, and let it happen when it's happening instead of trying to force it, okay? Instead of trying to just work harder and not smarter. Instead of trying to, oh, such and such made it, let me try to get noticed and knock on their door so that I could be a part of their team. They could show me this. They could put me on. They could take a picture with me. They could follow me on social media. You get what I'm saying? Trying to tag along instead of building your own lane. Some people don't really understand what that means. When you building your own lane, you literally, you ain't looking at what nobody else did. You just following your gut. You are listening to the people that cross your path, right? And, hey, and ignoring the loud noise, okay? So the loud noise is everyone telling you what you should do. Oh, you should do this and that. Oh, you should be on this and that. Oh, you should do this. And so, fam, you know, if you are someone that's just doing the grind and you talk to people, they always going to tell you what you should do. If you tell a joke, you should do comedy. You should, just making out recommendations. Being able to just silence that out. Like, I know what I could do, I should do, I would do, but I know what I'm called to do. Okay? And when you know what, once you know what you're called to do, so fam, it gets harder than easier because you have to focus in on that calling and take the steps towards that calling and not get distracted by worldly things. Okay? So feeling like, okay, in order for me to walk in this calling, I need to get this starter kit. We're going to call it the starter kit, right? So if you are, let's say a starter kit for, let's just say an artist. What's the starter kit? You know, the clothes, the cars, you know, those are what we're going to call a little starter kit, because the jewelry, people want to have the jewelry. People want to have that image that, okay, I'm an artist. I'm this and that. I'm valid. Okay? Instead of taking your time and again learning the business of an artist. Okay? Because it's a lot that goes into it than just having a hit song. All right? Really learning music. Okay? There's a lot that goes into any calling that you may have. And you're more valuable when you're more truthful. All right? You're more, and you're not having your hand out expecting someone to do anything for you that you are capable of doing yourself. It just may take more time for you to learn it. It's gonna take time for you to face rejection. Hear that no and not be pushed too far left thinking, okay, this ain't it. Such and such said no. There's going to be a lot of no's. There's going to be a lot of people that say, I'm going to do this, and they're not going to do it. They just don't know how to say no, so they're going to just tell you yeah, and then when they turn around, they're going to just ignore you. Okay, you're going to get a lot of that because people don't have the courage to be forward and say no, and a lot of people don't know how to handle the word no as well. So it goes hand in hand. Whew. Let's walk a little bit, Sophia. So think about what it is that you're doing. Okay? Think about what it is that you're building. What are you gonna need? Who are you gonna need to really make it come to par? All right. So if you have to hire someone, so fam, hire someone. It's a lot of work that goes into it, right? But it's gonna be some trial and error. Doing nothing and just keeping it in your head gets you nowhere. If you get someone and it don't work out, all right, now you learned that lesson. Eventually, you're going to stumble across someone that's going to be trustworthy, loyal, and I don't want to say easy to work with, but workable. Like they don't have so much resistance when you're just asking them to try something new or you're asking them to do little things. Okay. Learning who's wasting your time. This is another thing, so fam, because we often want to help everyone and want to bring everyone with you. You can't turn a blind eye to something that's pulling you back, okay? Because they're on a path too. So that's why it's important to really get you some sessions, get you some coaching, get you some therapists, definitely in that field, because you don't know it all. Let's just keep it real. And when you get someone that gives you some insight, a non-biased perspective, it'll help you see things more clearer. Because sometimes, like I said, you holding on to someone that's holding you down, that's holding you back. Definitely in these relationships. Definitely in these relationships, so fam. You will be so surprised how you think someone is like rocking with you and for you. And you finally tell them the word no. You be like, so wait, you you only was around me because I didn't say no? So find out who's really for you before you start building.
Morning.
Morning. All right, so fam. Whew. Recap real quick, and then we off this. This hike is real. Ooh. Find out who's for you. Once you know, build your circle. Build your circle. That take time. Don't rush. Go back to that drawing board. All right? Don't take things personally when you gotta let things go. It's like, hi, this ain't personal, baby. Right? And sorry.
Y por eso yo no, yo si me voy en, o sea que si en 2 años. Si me voy en 2 años. No tengo.
And understand, so fam, that look, the number one thing that really stops people from growing, and understand this, if you're somebody that, you know, you're in the background, that support, okay? That footwork, okay? The learning. Stop expecting everything to just happen overnight. Things take time. And as you're waiting for things to come apart for you, show up for you, keep showing up for yourself. All right, so fam. If you ever want to book a session with me, my details are always below. Check out Amelia Online Academy for a free guide to see where it is in your life that you may need a little healing. All right, you may need a little clarity. You may have to take a step back and get a better viewpoint. Let me get a better view perspective of this. You know, let me take a moment and really think about what it is that I'm doing. Making sure this is something that I truly want to do. I'm truly called to do. I truly have the strength to do. All right, oftentimes, so fam, we have to be asking for strength, courage, and clarity. Hey, more importantly, clarity, honey. You be like, ooh, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. All right, so fam, and not doing the work to ask for a seat. Okay? Alright, so fam. AmeliaAdair here. In order to be a part of the soul fam, hey, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and apply the knowledge. After our hiking hill tomorrow, or day 30, is going to be our last hiking hill day. And we're going to end it very smoothly. We're going to have some more things coming. Some great stuff to take us to that next level. Although these 30 days have been great thus far. All right. Whew. We're going to take our time. And you got this. All right, so fam, AmeliaAdair here. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Hey. And I'm going to see you at the next one. Bye for now.